ban, yeah, pretty good ban. Would quote unquote fuck up a lot. Just Storm, Dazzle, Venomancer. Those three would have gotten would have been countered pretty badly. Not sure about the Slug ban. Yeah, they're an offlaner, I think. Slug offlane is not very. He's actually pretty horrible against Crystal Maiden, Vengeful, and Lysander because they got the burst and armor reduction. So I don't think Slug would have been a good pickup to begin with. So I don't know about that ban in particular, but
10 seconds remaining.
Alright. So TGSE to see. I need to find something. Team group. I'm gonna call them Squad Esports. There we go. Team group. I mean, come on. What the team group? It's just like double the name. I don't like it. TGS. Oh, Oh, there we go. Just gonna call them TGS. Perfect. I feel stupid right now. Alright, so TGS versus InSidiouS. Again, welcome if you just tuned in. And we got a very interesting match between InSidiouS and TGS. Yes! Found something short! It's good. We like it. I don't know, they could actually set Storm Spirit offline. It happened a lot. I don't know if it's good though. I mean, against Vengeful and Crystal, it's like, And we got a Slardar pickup. Ultimate goes through Rage, so, ouch. Clockwork does not want to hook on Slardar, at least not when he's alone. He doesn't want to do that at all. That's something I can guarantee. Lysander, this is troublesome. This is really troublesome. Right now,
10 seconds remaining.
This is the worst nightmare, really. Like, Lysander's gonna get kited by Viper a lot. Lysander cannot really kill anyone because of Dazzle, and Slardar is literally just gonna make him glass. I mean, he's gonna make glass out of him. Lysander is one of those strength heroes who have really low health and really poor strength gain because of the life steal and whatnot. If you get a bashing and armor reduction hero against him, he is pretty much screwed at this point. Yeah, right now TGS has the higher carry potential and the better early game. I would say at this point TGS did get the better draft. I don't know if InSidiouS is gonna turn it around with like this epic pick, but right now it doesn't look very promising for InSidiouS, to be perfectly honest here. So Fishmoose doing a excellent job on their drafting so far. Really like it. This is gonna be a hard game for InSidiouS, I think. They might if they get like really early kills somehow. And we got a Dragon Knight against Slardar and a Viper. It's again a hero which can be easily kited. Whew, this is gonna be a rather troublesome match. Oh. This is gonna be hard as shit. Okay, so right now InSidiouS really gonna figure something out. Gonna see if they can actually find something where they can actually just. They really need ganks. They need early ganks, and oh, there you go. Alright, so let's see. We got Fishmoose on the Storm Spirit. We got what the M guys on Slardar, Light on the Venomancer, Doll on the Dazzle, and we got. I have a hard time reading that, to be perfectly honest here. Chibio the Lazy or something? The lazy Chobo the Lazy. There we go. Chobo the Lazy on Viper. Light Death on Dragon Knight. Oh, it's a smoke. That wants to see some blood. And We got Skylar. Reminds me on Sylar. Alright, on Vengeful Spirit we got Rebirth on the Clockwork. And why do I have such a hard time reading one name of each team? That's kind of weird. Killing Spree Panda? No, Killing Spree Hands or something. Oh, it's so hard to read. Alright, so on Crystal Maiden, I apologize for that. Not being able to read one name of each team, just kind of awkward. And we got here, oh, this is going to be a gank on mid.
The battle begins.
Oh, Clockwork is running right into it, getting a lot of damage, gets slowed, does use the cogs, and gets away with it. Wow, he actually survived that. Alright. So that happened. Pretty nasty. So yeah, it's gonna be a aggressive trial lane, which definitely is perfect here. Healing, stun, slow, and we got a solo Viper. Let's hope he's gonna do alright. They're gonna do aggressive trial lane as well. So yeah, kind of expected with Venge and Crystal Maiden here. Oh, nothing's gonna happen. Venge did not react fast enough, so little miscommunication there. And we're gonna go to InSidiouS. Let's see how this is gonna go. Clockwork did have a little troublesome time there, and yeah, Soul Spirit against the Dragon Knight. So far, both level 2, getting some CS done. Viper, really. And Clockwork using cogs to save himself, and he did. Viper just sapping XP, Clock as well. Both off lanes do not do particularly well so far. And mid, so far, in favor for Dragon Knight, surprisingly. So yeah, so far, pretty chilly game. Not happening too much. So yeah, Viper definitely being very defensive, which he should be. Double stun, disable slow, everything. You do not want to be out there in the middle of the lane. So yeah, got some pings going on here, and Clock does have the advantage when it comes to levels. Okay, so this is gonna be solo Slaughter. They're just gonna go for a trial lane here. And it might be first blood here. Getting 2 slows. Crystal Maiden in huge trouble, and there it is, first blood for the Dazzle.
I'll drink to that.
Very nice from TGS. Doing a very nice job here, and Lyser might be in trouble. Nope, never mind. He's doing fine. Just fine. Clockwork sapping the mana from Slaughter slowly, and yeah, this is horrible. Lyser cannot do much against a Viper at all. Like this ranged slow poison, whatnot. It's just so hard to deal with, especially as a melee hero. So this is gonna be a support game basically. The supports have to do superb stuff here to actually make something happen. You do not want your trial lane to lose. That's something you do not want to happen. And yeah, so far going a bit here. TGS does not have vision, however. Clockwork switching with Lifestealer. That's actually pretty decent. That's actually a very decent thing to do, because Lifestealer early game does a lot to Slaughter, like a lot, and Viper should be careful, gets stunned and slowed, gets cogged, and here is death of Viper. Clockwork doing a very good job taking the opportunity to actually do something, and Lifestealer's gonna heal himself up again. He should have right-clicked the Slaughter. Not sure why he doesn't. Maybe he's scared of getting bashed. And so far, INS, gonna call them INS, are actually taking map control here on the Radiant side, which is not a good thing. And again, they're just switching people, making sure Lyser has to deal with the Viper, which is a pretty dicky move. And Crystal Maiden in huge trouble right now, will get stunned and slowed, dies to Slaughter. Dragon Knight does have an Invis rune, which he will most likely... Nope, he will not use it. Alright. So right now, Slaughter having a huge lead, getting a kill and most CS on the board. Mid is so far doing pretty evenly. Like DK and Storm just having similar assets. That's pretty solid. And again, INS is just taking the map awareness, making sure they can see everything, whereas the TGS does not. They blocked a camp with the first word and got some rune vision, but that's about it. So the wording definitely better on inside. And Lyser catching up with the farm. Alright.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. That's not gonna
Are we starting to see some rotations? Yeah, we actually are. No smoke, so
The Radiant should really do something about that middle tower.
and Viper doing whatever he has to do. Just sitting here, snagging some last hits. And here's some rotation going on. They want an early tower, which is pretty important. Since late game they do have the disadvantage with all the armor reduction and whatnot, so they have to somewhat get fast towers. They also have a mid-game oriented lineup, whereas actually both have a lot of ping going on. Nothing yet. They don't know that the rune is taken, I guess. Nope, they want a gank. But INS actually saw it with the rune ward. So no danger there. Doing fine. And Slaughter still taking the lead with the CS ward. Getting trapped with Clockwork. Gets the armor reduction off, but cannot escape clock and will actually die. Alright. No, did not skill bash, which is a shame really. And of course cannot do a lot here, cannot gank because of the nice warding from INS. So here, INS does have the slight advantage. This is going to be a Midas on Lyser. I don't know if you want to go late against that lineup. But alright. Let's see what's gonna happen. It's definitely a Midas. 10 Midas, I don't know if it's really worth it at all. Crystal Maiden going back, does not want to start to feed or anything. And here again, Trolane versus Trolane. Crystal Maiden getting a lot of harassment, so did Lyser, and I don't know if a 8-minute Midas is the way to go, really. But we'll see how this is gonna end. Slaughter free farming again, bottom. And here is some action going on. Dazzle will melt away. Nice gank from Dragon Knight. Got ultied by Viper, and Viper Venomancer has to retreat since they can't take on 4 people. Might is done on the Lifestealer. And he's gonna jungle a bit. Getting some farm everywhere since he did have a kind of rough start, but comes back into the game very smoothly. So it's pretty, didn't gank yet, still just get some CS. And tower still gets damaged.
Dire's
Quite a
bottom tower
bit.
is under attack. Run, little bottom tower. Run.
So TGS want to get some damage done on the bottom tower is deniable.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Soulspirit did not decide to contest the tower with the deny. He just zapped away, and yeah, there we go. First tower 4. INS. Getting some rotations bottom. Slaughter might be in trouble here, since he still have no bash, but nope. He's gonna do a lot of damage to Clockwork. No bash still, so can't hold him in place. And he will chase for the kill. What will Clockwork do? He will pop the battery assault, but will die. So yeah, pretty much expected. Not much you can do solo. And the Triline wants to gank the other Triline, which is kind of interesting sight. With Storm Spirit as well. So easy kill on Crystal Maiden. Should be careful here. Or Vengeful Spirit, both very squishy heroes at this stage, and Soul Spirit just loves to snag him, so might want to be very careful here. So again, Lyser has a rough time getting some CS. The mid actually has more CS than the Lyser. Now it's even, which is really unfortunate. It's not good. And the aggressive triline from TGS will rotate into the jungle, trying to get a gank, trying to confuse INS. So this is going to be very interesting. If it's actually going to happen, are they going to clash? Not yet. It might happen. Might happen very soon. Nope, never mind. They're just retreating. Didn't see anything, just retreating, which is a shame. No action. And Dragonite farming bottom, which might be a bit dangerous, since Slaughter is really hard to deal with as a strength hero, or as a non-mobile hero. And we got an infest on Clockwork. Does not want to initiate on anyone. Yep, they want to initiate on the Viper, and we got a fight. Crystal Maiden just melting away. Clockwork in huge trouble right now, will die as well. And Viper just doing some damage on Lyser, will not be able to kill him, and Dazzle saving the day. Dragonite blocking with his own illusions a bit, and has to retreat. Nope, not yet, not quite yet. Still wanna chill a bit. So this is what I basically predicted. Clockwork, he will have a really difficult time against this Slaughter. Like, he cannot initiate on anyone if Slaughter is nearby, and if Slaughter gets a Blink Dagger, he can't even use his cogs really. He's just killing himself over and over again if he does. So it's a very, very, very difficult position for INS right now. Despite having such good warding, it will later on get really troublesome. So Dragonite gonna get a fast BKB, or a rather fast BKB. Will not help too much, since the two most annoying abilities, which are the amplified damage from Slaughter and the ultimate from Viper, goes both through BKB. Even though BKB does disable the Slaughter ult, it can be reapplied, which will happen since it has a real low cooldown and mana cost. So this tower will be contested by TGS, maybe not. Not quite sure yet. Slaughter does have Blink Dagger. That might be a very... Oh, he initiates on two people. Will do the most damage on the Skylar, and Skylar will melt right away. Clockwork in huge trouble. Will get nowhere since the slow Viper Lyser just melting away. Crystal Maiden as well. Dragonite in huge trouble. Cannot do much against Slaughter since he has Shallow Grave and everything ready. Yeah, pretty much as predicted. Very, very, very tough to deal with. Viper just slowing and being just a nuisance with his slows and attack slows. So movement slow and attack slow. Also with the amplified damage, or just the armor reduction, whatever you want to take it from Slaughter. It's just so hard to deal with. And they are so mobile with Soul Spirit and Slaughter. Slaughter can basically initiate on people and tank the damage, while Soul Spirit just takes the squishier one or just the one with the CC. So very nice plays from TGS. So far, does have the upper hand with the draft, and this is how I can't see INS really do a lot about it. They have 3 strength heroes, which all need armor, and not very mobile, whereas one of them is the Clockwork, actually has to initiate on people, and Clockwork gets initiates on, and he can't get anywhere at all. Just the slow, and everything just kills him immediately. And here's the big issue with Clock. Like, if Clock initiates on someone, Slaughter's gonna initiate on him, and he's gonna die immediately. There's not much you can do against it. This is how a draft really makes it complicated. The Slaughter was such a good pickup. It's really amazing. That Slaughter pick just screwed INS pretty hard, and despite having such good warding, like again they have map control and everything, they can't really come back like they would like to. Venomancer going for power threats, very interesting choice. Not going for arcane boots is very weird, since he does need the mana pool for getting a Gale and his Poison Nova off. So as you can see, he only has like 350 mana, or in that. His ultimate alone takes 200, and then it's like 325. And if you level this up, it's gonna be like, if he's getting level 11, it's gonna be like 300 mana. It's not gonna be possible for him, like, especially if he also has to use the Plague Wards. He doesn't have the mana pool. That's why I'm kind of curious why he got the power going on the steamroll, just like, let's go all carry mode. Might happen. So yeah, INS trying to get a top 2 tier 1 top tower. There we go. So yeah, they're gonna get the tower pretty much uncontested. And Lasher got the last hit, very important last hit for Lasher, doing a lot of damage, and they want to trade the towers. So let's see at the net worth. Lasher surprisingly has the most farm in the game right now, and then we have the Slaughter, which now is the most farmed one. And very nice, getting tier 2 as well. That would be a very nice thing for INS. So the question is, how are they gonna counter this Slaughter? Because that's so far the main problem. That's so far the thing they have to deal with. It's a Slaughter. They can't really initiate because they're gonna get counter initiated by Soul Spirit and Slaughter. So that's not really an option. They can go for Red Dota style, like they just did. Avoided fights. So went for tier 1 and tier 2 tower when they saw that TGS were mid. So they might gonna go for Red Dota-ish kind of things. I don't know if they can really fight this, because as I said, the counter initiation is just too hard, and Viper would just temporarily disable Lifestealer pretty much. And we got a mechanism on Viper, so it's not going to be on Dazzle. Dazzle's just going to have the urn. And pretty interesting choice. At Viper just going to go for mech. I mean, it is pretty common to build mech on Viper, don't get me wrong with that. But if you have a Dazzle, whatever. Maybe they just have a nice plan for Dazzle, maybe. I can't really see Blink being helpful in Dazzle, so what can you go for? Maybe a pipe. Could be a pipe. Jungling Venomancer. Oh, got some sentries for dewarding. No Shadow Blade on the Dragon Knight, which is interesting choice. You usually see him rushing that. And here we go, we got a clash Slaughter immediately initiating on Crystal Maiden. She melted right away, and Dragon Knight taking a lot of damage, gets a lot of damage as well. Viper just doing so much damage. No one can get away really, and this was almost a team wipe. Yeah. What are you gonna do about the Slaughter? That is the question. BKB can do something at the beginning, like he can definitely save Dragon Knight at least, but I don't know. I really don't know. Like the bash goes through BKB as well, so they're gonna get the 2-2 tower as well. So it's in a very difficult position, and wow, Crystal Maiden just she melted, like literally melted. Slaughter and Stone Spirit just so troublesome to deal with. There's nothing you can really do. Like an Invoker would have been nice, I think. Would have been awesome to see Invoker just tornado and everything, but I can't really see INS doing much with this lineup against TGS at all. So far it really is just counter drafted. Really, the Slaughter pick just bam in your face basically. Slaughter has the BKB, so he can't get stunned by Vengeful because CM is always the first one they initiate on. She just immediately melts, can't even react. So now Vengeful Spirit cannot be able to stun Slaughter that fast, so this is gonna be a very interesting choice for INS, just to see what they have, like what they're planning, because so far it looks like a smoke gank, and there we go, we got the smoke going on. They didn't really plan on getting a Lyster so fat. Okay, they're gonna go for a shot. I don't know if they really want to, or rather if they can get Lyster fat enough to actually carry this game, since he will be able to deal with Slaughter, definitely. But how will it deal with Dazzle? Because Dazzle is definitely going to save Slaughter. And how is he going to deal with the Viper? That's the main issue for Lyster. Like, it goes through BKB and Viper is going for the Aghanim Scepter. That's basically going to be the end of Lyster. The kite of doom, basically. He can just spam it. Every 4 seconds, it takes 5.1 second, the whole duration of the slow. So there's not much you can do against it as well. It will be perma kite. So yeah, there we go. It's only going to be limited by Viper's mana pool. And here again, TGS wants to push this. Crystal Maiden learned her lesson, did not even want to stay close. Did not want to do that. Very wise. And yeah. Experience-wise, huge difference for TGS right now, over 10,000 or around 10,000. Gold graph, it's gonna be almost 10,000 with that tower. Well, with those towers, one tower's like depending on you get an asset or not, it's like 1,000 gold, with asset maybe a bit more. So tower got denied. Very nice for TGS. Very sad for INS. Much needed tower. We got a Hood of Insight. Very important against Soul Spirit, Venomancer. Pretty much everyone except for Slaughter. I think Slaughter is basically pure damage, as we maybe you don't know yet, but Slithering Crush is physical, so yeah, there you go. It won't stop that. But Soul Spirit's passive is magical, so no problem with that. So Venomancer doing his thing has power threats and Yule Scepter. Good for initiation. And Crystal Main getting very scared. I would be scared as well. Poor Crystal Main. She cannot get anywhere. Viper's gonna do very bad things. And there we go. BKB popped on Dragonite. Gets stunned through BKB. Leicester in huge trouble. And Crystal Main will die immediately. Leicester just armor toggling to his health and dead. Vengeful Spirit. So Leicester is alone. Will make it. And yeah, there we go. Got the issue. The slaughter. The troublesome slaughter. Mech almost done on Vengeful Spirit. At this point, I don't know how much that's gonna help you. So yeah, basically, the draft from TGS just superb. Just melted INS. Clockwork can't do anything against this at all. If he initiates, he will initiate to his death. So very nice drafting from TGS. The fish moose just did a extremely good job on drafting. And here we go, we got the stun going on and a small initiation on Slaughter. Slaughter will misclick from Dazzle. Dazzle actually double tapped the Shallow Grave, which actually did not save Slaughter. So they're gonna retreat, missing their main, and again, just getting kited. Maybe not. That was an unnecessary swap, but alright. That Dazzle under a double click. Boom. Oops. I'm sorry, mate. Alright, so Dazzle did not allow Slaughter to stay alive, basically. That was a sad story, so yeah, that happened. And Clockwork going for pipe. Much needed pipe, very much needed pipe. So yeah, Venomancer doing his thing, getting level 11, and there we go. Got a bit with Yule Scepter, got his mana pool, so he had this plan with the Yule Scepter. And yeah, there we go. We got the Lycer, come back. Not doing too much. So their plan is to get a fat lifestealer against everyone else. That's the ultimate plan, which is maybe very questionable. I don't know if you can actually outcarry. Okay, so we got different experience, pretty much the same as it was some minutes ago, and the gold graph over 10,000. So gold graph still very, very hard in favor for TGS. So at this point, no one's gonna have once. It's gonna be an AC on Slaughter, the Assault Cuirass. Strong item. Yeah, it's gonna be a very strong item on Slaughter. And we almost got the Sheepstick, the Side of Vice, done on the Soul Spirit. The smoke. There we go. Soul Spirit did not bother to get smoke. Maybe he has to bait. I don't know yet. Alright, so it's gonna be 5-man smoke, and Lycer is he's so dead. He's like, BAM! Oh, and here's the Viper. And the Bash Lord. Bash Lord did his job. BKB popped, Clockwork in huge trouble, Cage himself, and Dragonite to death. It's a cage fight, bros! And there we go, stun! Stun! He did not take the man cage fight, and INS got team wiped. Was that good? So yeah, as predicted, Clockwork can't do anything productive here. It's just impossible. If he uses cogs, he just traps himself, and maybe even a mate. So it's a death cage, really. So yeah, INS in a very, 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 very bad position right now. Not sure if it's if they're gonna call GG because oh, no mana. That was a bit too greedy there from Soul Spirit. Soul Spirit is gonna die, and so is the Crystal Maiden. And we got the cage fight again, and they cannot kill Light. And here, Lights are getting kited by Viper. Oh, never mind. Viper just died, and Leifshire trying to man up against the Slaughter, which did not happen. Oh, this Dazzle. Will Dazzle make it? Oh, he's the man. He made it. So yeah, Dazzle doing very... He could have force-saved himself. Okay. So yeah, cage fight this time. This kind of worked. At least, somewhat, maybe. A bit. It's good. Dazzle shell-graved his mate and himself. I'm not sure what Venomancer's doing. This is just being like, I don't give a shit. I can farm one wherever I want. Yeah. He's going for a
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
A scepter? What? Not sure about the scepter really. Wait, scepter cooldown duration 1 second longer. Huh, why not go Veil? Alright. So don't know why he didn't go Veil, to be perfectly honest, but alright, gonna accept this decision. Maybe he wants to get the tankiness, maybe he needs the stats. Who knows? And Viper got the Aghanim Scepter, 4 second cooldown. No, it's 12 second cooldown. Why did I think of 4? Wait, who did have a 4 second cooldown after Ags? Clock had 6, right?
Do it with flair.
No, 12 as well. What the? Sorry for the confusion. So yeah, Viper kite for days. Oh, it's gonna be initiation with the Lycer on nothing so far, and initiates on Soul Spirit, and pretty much got the cage fight going on again. Trapped the Lycer. Lycer cannot do anything. Rage just worn off. He might be in huge trouble right now, and just Slaughter going and wrecking pretty much the clockwork. Lycer in huge trouble. Very, very, very bad initiation. That Soul Spirit just blocked, just completely blocked clockwork. Oh boy. So again, team wipe.
Has seen better days.
Not sure how INS is gonna stop this. I mean, if Crystalman just gets close, we saw what happened. That was just like, boop, dead. Very interesting. Not sure why. Oh, alright, I get it. Just to get cut off the creeps. Again, INS having like they have map control. They supports on INSI do such a much better job. But getting out drafted like this is just like And Dragon Knight wants to TP in, and nothing really happens. Not sure why they didn't take Rush, but it might gonna happen very, 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 very soon. It will happen. It will happen. Roshan will soon be the... Oh? They agree. They're like, oh, we don't need Roshan. We want blood. Alright, so far score 31-9. XP over 15,000, gold over 15,000. Yeah, INS. Come on, guys. And Roshan, maybe finally taking. Yeah, it's gonna happen. They want the Roshan, the Roshan. Let's go get some ore reduction, and there we go. So here's gonna go. Oh, it's gonna be initiation again. So you know. Let's see if they give a crap. Nope, they don't. Viper's gonna take it. Slaughter survivable enough apparently, and yeah, INS might face their last fight. Alright, so it's gonna happen. Last fight is probably gonna happen. Unless they do some masterpiece like godlike moves of doom. And Crystal Maiden in huge trouble again. I think she just killed herself. Nope, not quite. And there's the initiation by Clock, and Leisure gets disabled immediately. And he can't do anything against Slaughter really. The bash just too hard. Dragonite dies as well as Spirit. I want to say Sorcerer. Strong. No, Vengeful Spirit. So yeah, pretty much GG. Not sure why Inst doesn't call it yet. Kinda odd. So yeah,
The sky is falling.
this game TGS just completely stomping really Ins. Despite Ins having such good map control and all their positioning, they really got outdrafted hard. Like there's nothing they could have done really. Like Clockwork, if he initiates on someone, he just gets counter initiated. And if he initiates on Sladar, it's just a death trap really.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And like
Middle tower is under
Dragon Knight as well couldn't do much against anything. And same with Lyster, he just got kited all the time. Again, just can't do anything. Oh, he might actually get a kill. Soul Spirit no mana.
belongs to the ages.
He moves so slow because of all the CC. The kiting just too hard. Very nice win for TGS. Not sure why I didn't call GG. It's kind of weird, but alright. First win goes to TGS. And we'll see what will happen second game. And hopefully it will be a less one-sided game. And stay tuned. I'll be right back in like